Welcome, welcome. What I want to do is show you guys my top 9 dinosaurs in the game. I play on a server, my own personal server with my daughters. I also play single player. I do not play PvP on official or any other maps. I do not play PvE with other people. So, this is how I view the top 9 dinosaurs that I enjoy using as far as utility dinos and as well as doing things on the map. Hope this is helpful. If you like it, press that like. Appreciate your time. Thank you for watching.
Number 9 on my list is the Brontosaurus. Now, this one you can get the Bronto saddle at level 63, the platform saddle at 82. Exceptional kibble being the favorite kibble of this one. You can also tame them with berries. You can tame them with vegetables if you have them. Takes a while. They really they tame easily. They don't drop torpor pretty quick. Torpidity, excuse me. But the reason I like these is you'll watch the berry harvest. See how many berries I'm actually collecting from each swipe. I don't use the platform saddles. I just think they get in the way. I don't like looking at them, so I use a regular saddle. But you can see all the wood and thatch it's getting, mostly thatch. So this is more of a berry and thatch gatherer is why I use these. And they get a lot of berries. So if you want to collect a lot of berries quickly. Now these are good if you're playing on like single player or PvE. PvP, well, good luck with that. Trying to keep one of these alive when everybody's just running around trying to kill you. But you can see all that I've gotten from just a few swipes. Got the seeds and quite a bit of thatch and berries, and that's the Bronto for you. And let me just hit these trees a couple of times and show you how much thatch and wood I get. These are just regular old trees. But there you go. That's the Brontosaurus. Now at number 8 is the Megatherium. Megatherium is a great chitin gatherer. Also gathers wood and thatch berries as well. So you can get the saddle at level 52. And you can see its preferred food and kibble there. Now, what I'm going to do is I have this on Ragnarok. And I'm going to take it around and harvest. It gets a bug buff is what they call it. I'm going to dump everything I got so you can see. I think I dump it all here. So they get a bug buff, and what the bug buff does is it makes them more powerful while they have the buff. So once you kill a bug, a spider, centipede, mantis, then you get this buff, or even those titan drones with little bugs. So any kind of bug, even the dung beetles will work, anything. But we're just going to kill these couple of raptors here, just so you can see the power of it without the bug buff. That's a pretty high level one I got on one of the events. This is Loitering P. Just need to find a bug up here so I can get the buff. As you can see, I already ran around killing stuff earlier. The recording didn't work right. It's not eating them, it's killing them that gives it to you. But you can see how much chitin it gets right there. 52. There we go. We're just going to kill this dung beetle. That'll do the buff. And now once you get the buff on, you can see it on the top right and it glows. And then you're more powerful. Look at that. 631 hitting that thing one time. So once the buff's on, it works really, really well. And it's hard for things to kill you. You can use this against the death worms in the desert. Or the ice ones if you're using them against them. Once you get the buff going, I mean, it's easy to kill them. I mean, look at the damage. 631 every hit. It was getting 112. So there you go. Gathering berries. As you see, I just harvested that one. Gave me a little bit. But you can harvest, like I said, berries, wood, thatch. I think it's mostly a thatch gatherer. It doesn't do as much wood. But the big thing is the bugs. Once you get the buff, yeah, this thing's almost unstoppable. And you can see the timer lasts quite a while. And once you hit another bug, the timer resets. Now these stegos are together, of course, so it must be mate boosted. That's why it's only doing 420 instead of 6 something. Oh, maybe not. There must be another one around. But they're only doing 3 damage to me. It's like nothing. But that's the Megatherium. That's my number 8 dino. Love this dino. I run all over the place with this thing. I don't just like to fly around. But that's number 8. At number 7 is the Therizinosaur. This is one of my all-time favorites. People use these in boss fights. Level 69 is a saddle. Exceptional kibbles, their favorite.
You can ride them, you can breed them. So here is one of mine. This is Tickle Fight. Everybody says these look like tickle chickens, big giant tickle chickens. A lot of people call them that, and I'll show you why in a minute. But these guys you can take in a boss fight. They're pretty similar to the Rex. And when you're fighting the dragon on the island and some other maps, it does not, the fire does not affect herbivores like carnosaurs. So I have nothing in the inventory. I just want to show you guys. So what I'm going to do is that is harvesting the berries. That is the left click or a C. Now I'm swiping with the right, and then tickle is the left, I think. Not doing the controls right here, but each one. So let me just scroll out so you can see the tickle. That's what people call the tickle. That is how you harvest fiber. This thing harvests a ton of fiber. So very good harvester. It does not do well with weight, so just keep that in mind as you're leveling these guys up. Their weight is horrible, but they are very, very strong. But the Therizinosaur, great harvester. There you go, mostly wood on this one, but it fills it up really quick. So wood, fiber, and berries is what this one is really good for. But Therizinosaur, number 7 on my list. Number 6 is the Thylacoleo, or the Thylo as we call them. This is one of my favorites, man. Extraordinary kibble. It takes a lot to tame them. They're really slow. The saddle's at level 51. This is Sandra D. I've had her for quite some time now. They are just phenomenal land animals. You'll run into these in the redwoods, in the desert, if you're playing on the maps that have them in the desert. They'll jump you off of your mount out of a tree. So these guys are great climbers, and I'm going to demonstrate that for you. Let's just see. Let me turn her around. Click on the wall, and I'm not the greatest at this. I forget the button to press, but you just run up to the wall, and it just does it for you. There you go. Straight up the wall, and you're on it. Now, when you jump down, you don't take very much damage. You do take a little, but it's very, very little. So these guys are super fast, super strong. A couple bites, it's gone. So let me run over here. They're good jumpers. They're good climbers. They're just fast. I mean, I outrun raptors with these all the time. I circle them and just kill them as they're trying to get me. Come over here and show you the power against something bigger. There's some raptors right there. There we go. Raptor fight on. You can't get you. You just circle them. If you're on these guys, you circle them. You use them on the cave on the island. One of the caves. Here, let's kill this Therizinosaur here. So I don't have the damage really high on this one. Because she's maxed out as high as she can go. Got higher with this is my favorite. Sandra D from the Pink Ladies. Dr. Grease reference. Here we go. We'll climb up this. And then I'll get up here and I'll show you guys how it can jump. Just jump. There you go. And it's running on, it's climbing on nothing there, as you can see. Oh, we got gas bags on this map. There you go. Pretty funny. But these guys are amazing. So if you want to run around a map really quick, this is your mount. They can outrun anything. I mean anything. I've outrun alphas before. All you do, well, with an alpha, all you do is lead it into something else, and it gets distracted and you get away. I haven't tried to outrun a Wyvern yet, but like I said, pretty much anything on land you can outrun. Except for maybe a Gallimimus if you're playing PvP. Alright, there you go. Thylacoleo. Number 5 on my list is the Doedicurus, or as we call it, the Doedicurus. This is just an amazing dino. Regular kibble, saddles at level 34. This is your stone harvesting dino. This thing is very hardy. They're not too hard to tame. Berries will work. Take a while with berries, especially if you're on an official server. But if you have kibble, use that kibble. They're pretty quick. They can be carried by an RG, which I will show you in a minute, and they auto harvest stone. So if you set them in front of a stone, it will harvest it for you. You won't even have to swing. They do not harvest berries though, so just keep that in mind. See, no berries, no way to harvest berries. So let's just hit a stone. Give you an idea. There's sand in these stones, so 93 stone, 111 sand. If I was on regular stone rocks, you'd see no sand. It'd be more stone. But let's see. Let's do this obsidian. No obsidian. As I said in one of my earlier videos, anklos for obsidian. Doedicuruses will not harvest them at all. So it has a roll, so you can move faster. They are pretty slow. And there you go. Let's get rid of the sand. And now I'm going to show you the auto harvest. I'll grab the RG, and we will pick it up. This is how we actually harvest stone. You just fly over to a rock, you hover with the X, and it will break it for you. You don't even have to hover. You just move over it. It'll break. But the easiest way is with the harvest stone, lots of stone, is to have a Doedicurus and an RG. And you can just harvest a ton of stone. But there you go, the Doedicurus. Number 4 is the Ankylosaurus. Saddle at level 36, regular kibble, breedable, rideable, tameable. Yep, it's a knockout tame. So these are your metal, obsidian, and crystal harvester. These are amazing. This is one of the first utility dinos I will always get. I'll protect myself on the game until I can get one of these. If you watch my playthrough on the island, you'll see I just got one. So these, if you go up to a metal rock, as you will see here, watch out, kill this. Maybe Gallimimus. Whoops, there he goes. Anyway, 57 metal. It also gets stone. So from each metal rock, you're going to get metal and stone. So I don't use these for stone gathering, but they do collect metal. They are also capable of getting their own berries. And so if you have one of these, you can berry harvest. And I'll show you right here. It's the right mouse. Left mouse swings the tail. Right mouse eats the berry bushes. And just so everyone understands, they do get flint. So if you're on a regular rock, they will gather flint. And I want to show the obsidian. There's an obsidian rock here. Let's clear the berries out. Get rid of the trees and obsidian. And there, 52 obsidian. So like I said, these are very good. They do not get a weight reduction for obsidian or for crystal, but they do get a huge weight reduction for metal. So you can carry a lot of metal in their inventory. Now, they do not auto harvest like a Doedicurus. So when you grab your RG and pick them up, you can carry them, but they will not harvest anything when you hit it. Just keep that in mind. You have to actually ride them. Some people carry them. That doesn't work when you haven't carried a player. You can't harvest that much because the weight drags you down. But there you go, Anklo. Okay, number 3 would be this guy right here, the Wyverns. Now, I know what I said earlier about, early things, in-game things. Like I said, I'm just showing you my favorites. So this would be number 3. Yes, not number 1. If you were asking either my daughters, they would probably pick this one, probably up maybe even 1 or 2. But fly around on these all day long. Now this one is a lightning Wyvern. They can kill you. Your own can kill you if you make a mistake, which one of my daughters dies all the time doing this. It's quite funny. So these are not the fastest flyer on the game, but they are pretty fast. They come in 3 varieties mainly. That's lightning, poison, and fire. The best one to use against pretty much everything is lightning. Fire will burn stuff, won't kill it that quick. Poison is good if you're playing PvP against other players, but lightning is good for everything.
Now the other one's the Ice Wyvern, which on Valguero they added Ice Wyverns. They already had them on Ragnarok. They just slow you with the breath. They can kill stuff too, but they're a little slower. So what I'm gonna show you here. Let me grab these guys here. See what level. 35, and that one's 51. So we just do this. Right click them, and he's gone. Very quick. It almost makes the game not worth playing. It's not too fun because these guys can just kill everything fast. If you want to collect stuff, there you go. Use this guy. He can kill everything on the game, including other wyverns, pretty darn fast. Raptors, stuff like that won't knock you off. They, I believe Microraptors will not knock you off, but I can't remember exactly. No Microraptors will knock you off other stuff. Thylacoleos, if you're in a tree, they'll still jump on you. I know that'll still happen. By the way, those guys jump out of trees. I didn't mention that earlier. But anyway, these guys are fast. They can carry stuff. They can carry quite a few pretty good sized things. They can't carry everything. The Quetzal would be that. But here's a gas bag. Watch, I'll show you. Use the C button on the computer. Grab them. Got them. Simple. Don't want to carry them. No, I don't care right now. But that's what you do with these guys. They can carry stuff. You can put them somewhere to tame them. Makes it easy to tame stuff. Kind of hard. You can't carry kangaroos anymore like I mentioned earlier. Oh, there's another video. Yeah, there you go. This guy right here, this kangaroo. One of the smallest things on the game. Ark has decided to make him the heaviest. So people were using them to get in the mesh, and Ark decided to glitch them out and nerf them, as people say. So you can't use them. The only way to tame them now is to make them chase you with a rare flower and trap them somewhere. You can't bowl them anymore. But anyway, the wyverns are pretty fast. They'll kill a lot of things pretty quick. You don't have to worry about anything hurting you. You can outrun other dragons. Just keep the speed on like this. I mean, fly normal you can't, but if you speed them up, you'll outrun them. The only thing you can't really outrun, actually, you can outrun a griffin. Never mind. You can outrun everything. So these guys are fast. I think you might be able to. A Tapinjera might be able to outrun these guys, but I've never really tested it. Maybe we should do a race someday. But there you go. Wyverns, number 3. Big inventory. They have a lot of weight you can do. You want to up these guys' health quite a bit. You want to up their melee damage, and you definitely want to up their stamina, because they don't have great stamina. It's pretty crappy, actually. But that's the Wyvern, and like I said, this is a lightning one. I'll show you the other ones, but I don't really like them, so I don't really care. But there you go.
At number 2 is the Basilosaurus. This is a water dino. This is a must-have for the water. Saddles at level 60, exceptional kibble. This is a passive tame. It is surrounded by mantas. When you first find it, you have to kill the mantas, and then you can feed this thing. It takes a little bit of time. You can feed it regular meat, prime meat. It likes actually meat and prime meat more than it does fish meat or prime fish meat. Just keep that in mind. But exceptional kibble being the best. This is my favorite. This is immune to electricity, so the eels and the jellyfish cannot hurt you. It is also immune to the squid grab, so the squid can't grab you either. And you can just kill that sucker. You can take out everything as long as you're close to the surface. It can't go too deep. You go too deep, it starts taking damage. But if you're close to the surface, it auto heals. So nothing can pretty much kill you unless you get surrounded by a couple of alpha megalodons, and it could possibly get you. But these are great at taking alphas down. They're great at taking everything down. I use these to just mop up the water. You go up to another Basilosaurus. I call them basils, by the way. You go up to another basil. You chomp the mana. You can eat all the manas in a few seconds. And then you're free to tame your other stuff. Just put your basil on passive and make it follow you and just feed away. They're really easy to tame. When you first tame these guys, what you got to do is get them in shallow water, get on something, shoot the manas from a boat or something, or from a land dino if you can find them. If you have a megalodon, tame that first. Go in there and kill the manas, and then you can tame the basil. But this thing is great. I mean, just watch. It can take everything out, and it's real quick. I mean, it's a pretty high level one I have. I got it from an event. But, I mean, it's just unstoppable. I do go down deep. On Ragnarok, I got the water relic, and that's too deep. It's where the squid are. I went all the way to the bottom with it. Takes a little damage. You come back up, it'll heal itself. Here's one in the distance, so you can see there's a few manas on that one. But there you go. And my number one dino, of course, is the Argentavis. This is just, you gotta have one of these. Saddles at 62, superior kibble, raw mutton, prime meat, usually tame them with prime meat. Rideable, breedable. Man, I breed the heck out of these. I probably got several hundred of them on Ragnarok. But here you go. They can do everything. They are the battle flyer. They can kill almost anything except for wyverns. Wyverns can take these guys out, so just keep that in mind. But you can pick up stuff, you can carry stuff, you can kill stuff. I level their stamina and their weight first. I put the stamina above 2,000 at least, weight above like 12, 1,500, somewhere around there. And then just work on the rest. Put their melee up a little bit, put their health up, but mostly those. So here you go. Watch, I'll show you. You can grab. You just grab it, and then you can just kill it while it's in your claws. Right click, right click, right click, and it goes away. I've seen people say grabbing is more powerful, but if you hit them, that was 133. You pretty much do the same amount of damage, whether you're hitting them, whether they're in your claws, or whether you're just hitting them on the ground. And as I showed you guys earlier, for the Doedicurus and other smaller dinos, you can carry them. You can carry a Baryonyx in this thing, which is like the cave diving dinosaur. So you get one of those guys, tame, build a trap by your base. Unless you're on PvP, then it's not going to last. But anyway, you build a trap, just drop that sucker, carry something, drag it over, drop it in the trap, trank it, and you can tame it at will. You don't have to try to tame stuff in the wild unless you're doing like a Rex or something. All the smaller dinos, just pick them up and carry them home. Unless you got, turn your turrets off. But there you go, Argentavis. This is the one. They're not super fast, but they do fly. And I left it on. I just want to show you guys in this video. I love when Megalodons do this. They're so stupid. They just glitch like this. And they're doing a nosedive. So here we go. I'm going to use the Argy to kill this Megalodon. It's pretty weak. 3, 4, 5 hits and he's dead. And he's gone. There you go. But that's the Argentavis number 1. Hope this video was helpful. Thanks for watching.